Well, we're celebrating our new premises here in Piraeus, Marcos. We moved in here just over 2 months ago from our office, actually, which we had from 2005 when we established the office originally here in Piraeus. We moved in here 2 months ago. I hope you like them. We've spent quite a lot of time making them nice, and they're slightly larger than the ones we had before, which were becoming a little bit cramped. We're very happy to be here. We have an open house today to celebrate the new office and to welcome so many friends we have here in the Greek community, and we're very, very happy indeed to be sharing this occasion for celebration with them this day. Well, indeed, yes. I mean, I think that the basis for growth of any service provider is the excellence of the service that they are able to provide, and we like to think that our office here is among the very best in that context within the local community. We've had an immense amount of support from the local community over the years, and we're incredibly grateful for that. Greek shipping represents a very significant constituency in the American Club. It has continued to grow over the years. We've had a great deal of loyalty from members here, but we know that that loyalty is ultimately predicated upon the service that we provide. We have a super team here. It's grown over the years necessarily, hence the need to have rather larger premises to accommodate everybody. But we are very, very committed to this market. We like to think the market is committed here in Greece to us as well, and we have every intention of growing even further in the future. Well, indeed, and I think that's predicated upon the service that we provide and the special niche I think we have as a boutique club, if you like, in this and other markets. Big is not always beautiful at all, actually, and I think that the success of the American Club over the years has proved that. We are pitching mainly, we think, to what I sometimes describe as a middle market, owners of medium-sized fleets or parts of much larger fleets that appreciate the kind of personal service to which we are very much committed and to which our service capabilities are very much oriented. So I think that they're necessarily within as broad a group as the international group of P&I clubs. There will be all kinds of different players playing to different requirements from the shipping industry itself. The shipping industry itself is very diverse in relative size and orientation by trade and region and so on. So the diversity of the shipping industry globally is reflected in the diversity of the P&I clubs that service that, and the American Club has a special position in that world, I think. Well, I think that any organization of any kind needs to have an orientation towards growth in order to keep it moving forward over time, and a P&I club in that context is no different from any other kind of service provider. However, I think that the greatest economies of scale that apply within the P&I world are found in the way in which the international group operates, quite honestly. There's talk from time to time about merger among the clubs and so on, but if you think about it, the clubs are effectively merged beyond the 10 million ceiling to individual, or the threshold of the international group pool of $10 million, and beyond that, of course, the pooling arrangements, the common purchase of group reinsurance cover and so on, means that 90% of world shipping represented by the international group is operating collectively with all the economies of scale that implies for the insurance of those larger risks. But beyond that, there is a huge amount of cooperation that takes place, organised by the Secretariat in London, in regard to information sharing, the supply of expertise, the supply and the exchange of all kinds of information on issues that are relevant to the shipping community at large. The group provides that, and the economies of scale that the group provides apply equally to the accessibility that each club of whatever size has to those particular capabilities. So I think economies of scale are good, but I think the international group is arranged in such a way that any club within the group, large or small, has the benefit of economies of scale by virtue of that. P&I clubs, based on as they are on the solidarity of the individual club membership, and also, as I mentioned earlier, the strength of the pooling arrangements and so on, and the great collective power that the group has, means that the solidarity needed in these times of difficulty and required by the shipowner community is provided increasingly by international group club capabilities. We are living in a more problematical world, arguably, geopolitically, economically and so on, than that which existed even 5 or 10 years ago. Ship owners face many uncertainties in what they do in their trade and their trading arrangements. Therefore, the abilities of the club to provide the kinds of services and the financial strength and the counterparty strength they need in terms of providing insurance for the liabilities that emerge from these uncertainties has never been greater. And I do think that the engagement that clubs have these days, individually and collectively by the international group with ship owners, has never been greater. And that is the way forward for the group. Much is demanded of us, and much we will be able, and further will we be able to provide services that are relevant to our community.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.